Daniel thinks he is smart, but Emma outsmart him. He had no idea she is an heiress and multi-billionaire. Hey lovies, welcome to my channel. Grab your sit and relax before we begin. Please support me by clicking on the subscribe button, like and share to your loved ones. Thanks lovies, love, lies, and a prenup. Emma adjusted her glasses as she sat at her sleek desk in the law firm. To everyone, she was just another hardworking junior associate. What no one knew, not her colleagues, not even her husband, was that she was the secret heiress of a multi-billion-dollar empire. When she met Daniel, he was charming, ambitious, and came from a respectable family. But on the night before their wedding, he handed her a document. "Emma," he said carefully, "this is just a formality. A prenup. I want to be sure love is the only thing we're marrying for." Her heart clenched. Not because of the prenup itself, she had no problem signing, but because of the doubt hidden in his eyes. Still, she smiled gently and signed without hesitation. For years, Emma lived modestly, hiding her true identity. She cooked, worked long hours at the firm, and supported Daniel's dreams. But the cracks began to show. His tone shifted from loving to suspicious, and whispers of envy laced his words. One evening, he stormed into their apartment, waving a letter. "So this is why you've been so calm? You are the heiress to Hamilton Holdings? You let me think you were just ordinary?" Emma set down her tea, her face calm. "I wanted a husband who loved me for me, not for my family's wealth. That's why I kept it hidden." Daniel's eyes burned with shock and regret. His carefully built pride crumbled. All those years of thinking he had the upper hand, gone in an instant. Emma stood, her voice steady but soft. "You gave me a prenup because you didn't trust me. But I signed it because I loved you. Now tell me, Daniel, was it ever love for you? Or just lies wrapped in fear?" The silence between them was heavier than gold. And in that silence, Emma knew the truth. The truth had come crashing down like a storm. Daniel stood frozen, the prenup in his hands no longer a symbol of power, but of shame. Emma, his quiet, graceful wife, was not just an ordinary paralegal. She was a billionaire in disguise, living humbly, searching not for wealth but for love. Instead of pride, anger burned in Daniel's chest. He could not celebrate her strength, her brilliance, or her success. To him, it was a wound to his ego, a mirror that reminded him of all he lacked. "Why didn't you tell me?" he demanded, his voice trembling more with pride than pain. "Because I wanted to be loved for me, Daniel. Not my bank account." Emma's voice was soft but steady. The silence between them grew heavier than the vow they once shared. And just like that, Daniel walked away, filing for divorce, not because of betrayal, but because he could not stand the truth that his wife was greater than the image he had built of himself. Emma did not beg, she did not weep. With dignity, she signed the papers and stepped into freedom, her heart aching, yet unbroken. A love that heals. Years passed. The wounds of yesterday slowly faded, and in their place, Emma found herself again. It was during a charity gala that she met Michael, a man with laughter in his eyes and peace in his soul. He was not dazzled by her billions, nor intimidated by her brilliance. "What I love about you," he once told her, "is the way you listen, the way you care. Emma, you're my safe place." For the first time, Emma felt seen, not as a fortune, not as a secret, but as a woman worthy of love. Soon, their family blossomed. A little girl with Emma's eyes and a boy with Michael's smile filled their home with laughter. The sound of tiny footsteps became Emma's sweetest melody, far greater than the silence of her lonely mansion in the past. Epilogue. The lesson. Emma's story was no longer about lies or prenups. It was about truth, courage, and finding the kind of love that lifts instead of cages. Daniel was left behind, a prisoner of his pride. But Emma, she had built a kingdom of joy, one that no amount of money could buy. Because in the end, real love is not afraid of your light. It shines with you.